Arthur Priest was born in 1887 in Southampton, England, and spent most of his life as a member of the Black Gang. That's what they called stokers, who tended to the fuel in the boilers of steamships, keeping the boilers warm. They were called so because they were always covered in coal dust. Due to the intense heat, they often had to work shirtless. Priest first encountered disaster while working as a stoker on the Royal Mail ship Asturias in 1908. During its maiden voyage, the ship was involved in an accident, fortunately without casualties. In 1911, at the age of 24, Priest was serving on the ship Olympic when it collided with the British battleship HMS Hawke. The Hawke struck the starboard side of the Olympic, causing 2 cracks just above the waterline. John Priest's next brush with death occurred on April 14, 1912, when the ill-fated liner Titanic sank. During the departure of the Titanic from Southampton, there was a coal strike, and many crew members were left without work. Priest was one of the few who managed to secure a position as a stoker. He was in his bunk between shifts when the ship collided with an iceberg. Together with other stokers, he made his way to the ship's deck through a maze of hatches and corridors. By the time they reached the deck, most of the lifeboats were already gone. The stoker jumped into the cold water, and he was picked up by a rescue boat. After this miraculous rescue, Priest joined the army when World War I began. He found himself on the armed merchant cruiser Alcantara as a stoker. In January 1916, the Alcantara intercepted the German merchant ship Griffin, disguised as a Norwegian merchant vessel. It was ordered to stop for inspection, which it did. When the Alcantara approached, the Griffin opened fire. A shell hit the bridge, killing several officers. In response, the Alcantara returned fire, hitting the guns on the Griffin, causing an explosion. Due to flooding in the engine room, the order to abandon ship was given. Both ships began to sink when the Munster arrived at the scene and rescued survivors from both ships, including John Priest. 9 months after this incident, Priest returned to work, this time in the boiler room of another Titanic colleague's ship, the Britannic, which, due to the changed situation, did not make a single commercial voyage. The ship was converted into a hospital, transporting wounded soldiers to Britain across the Mediterranean. On board were 2 other Titanic survivors, seaman Archie Jewell and Violet Jessup, a stewardess who now worked as a nurse. In November 1916, near the Greek island of Kea, the ship struck a German mine, which pierced 2 cargo holds. The captain ordered a course change towards the island to run aground. However, due to the explosion, which caused rapid flooding of the hold and damage to the steering mechanism, attempts to beach the ship were futile. Remembering the past, John Priest, accompanied by Violet Jessup, embarked on another perilous journey to reach the lifeboat deck. John Priest and Violet Jessup jumped into the water and were picked up by another rescue boat. Archie Jewell also miraculously survived. The last time Priest's life hung by a thread was in April 1917 aboard the hospital ship Donegal, where he worked as a firefighter. While crossing the English Channel, the ship was attacked by a German submarine and sank. Priest suffered a serious head injury, which left him unemployed and served as a constant reminder of the war. Survivor Priest refused to go to sea and quit his job as a stoker. He spent his remaining years in Southampton with his wife Annie. He claimed that after these disasters, no one wanted to travel with him. Priest died of pneumonia in 1937 at his home in Southampton at the age of 49. The unsinkable stoker found his final resting place at the Hollybrook Cemetery in Southampton. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.